Hari Om. The next value, the sixth value among the 20 values, is an important value in itself called Acharyopasanam. Acharyopasanam. Poojya Swamiji says Acharyopasanam primarily means service to the teacher. This value is one that is deeply embedded in the Hindu culture. Its intensity and universality within the culture show the high regard for knowledge and for the teacher who imparts knowledge. Acharyopasana also is used to indicate specific aspects of the student teacher relationship. The student teacher relationship anywhere is a very, very unique kind of relationship. If it clicks, that's it. The student has made it. Gurukula Vasa, living with the teacher for a length of time in a Gurukula and learning from him is called Acharyopasana. Meditation upon the teacher. Meditation upon the teacher is another very literal meaning for Acharyopasana. Very loaded explanations. One has to sit back and revisit these definitions. Acharya means teacher, and upasana is meditation. Together, these words form the Sanskrit compound Acharyopasana. Meditation upon the teacher means meditation upon the teacher means meditation upon the teaching by keeping the acharya, the teacher, who stands for the vision of the teaching, always in one's heart. Let me repeat that sentence. Meditation upon the teacher means meditation upon the teaching by keeping the acharya, the teacher, who stands for the vision of the teaching, always in one's heart. Always in one's heart. Kaivalya Upanishad in a mantra says, mantra on meditation says, in the last line, Nirudhya Bhaktya Swagurum Pranamya. Nirudhya Bhaktya Swagurum Pranamya. Service and surrender, however, is the general meaning of Acharyopasana. This is the sense in which Lord Krishna uses the term when talking to Arjuna. In this sense, Acharyopasanam requires certain discrimination in its exercise. Care must be taken in choosing the teacher who will receive the service. Expression of Acharyopasana can lead to exploitation of the value holder if the teacher is not a responsible person. Service to the teacher implies a whole frame of mind towards the teacher, a frame of mind characterized by surrender of personal ego, subordination of personal likes and dislikes, a willingness to give without demand for return, and a general attitude of respect and devotion. Thus, Acharyopasana means a great personal surrender. It means a great personal surrender. This kind of surrender to another person should be made only when the person to whom surrender is made has no need for the surrender, no need for the service, no need of any kind, and no need to be the beneficiary of the attitude of Acharyopasana. Very significant observation. This kind of surrender to another person should be made only when the person to whom surrender is made has no need for the surrender, no need for the service, no need of any kind, and no need to be the beneficiary of the attitude of Acharyopasana. The person who is receiving Acharyopasana has to be a very mature person. Only a person who has a clear, steady knowledge of the truth of the self is without needs. Such a person is one who can be a real teacher. A teacher who can unfold the knowledge of the self that is the ground of all knowledge, and to whom the student can surrender completely with no fear of exploitation. So, when Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that Acharyopasana is one of the values constituting jnana, it is understood that the teacher at whose feet the student surrenders must be a teacher of such integrity and freedom from need for service that only the student, not the teacher, will be the beneficiary of surrender. What a profound explanation. So, when Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that Acharyopasana is one of the values constituting jnana, it is understood that the teacher at whose feet the student surrenders must be a teacher of such integrity and freedom from need for service, that only the student, not the teacher, will be the beneficiary of surrender. In Acharyopasanam, willingness to serve is the significant aspect rather than the particular acts of service done. The willingness is more important. Willingness to serve means an inner readiness to serve whether or not we are called upon to serve. To serve unconditionally. It means a happy acceptance of any way in which we are asked to serve. An attitude in which nothing asked of us is considered too small or large a service. In service, large is small and small is large. We are ready to do any action we can. In this teacher-student relationship, there is no give and take as there is in other relationships. There is only giving on the part of the student. Through such an attitude of unquestioning complete service, the student becomes blessed. The teacher becomes an altar at which he or she can surrender. Earlier, Lord Krishna had told Arjuna in chapter 4, in verse 34, Krishna says this, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashtena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. What does this significant verse mean? Know that by prostrating yourself, by inquiry and by service, the wise person who knows the truth will teach you that knowledge. It is this description of discipleship that is embraced by the term Acharyopasanam. When the teacher is one true to his name and the nature of service is understood, Acharyopasanam, surrender to the teacher, is a beautiful thing. Blessing the student and making his mind receptive to the knowledge to be unfolded. In gaining any discipline of knowledge, respect for the teacher is an essential element. Please, I humbly request that these capsules be listened to repeatedly in your interest so that you are able to assimilate the import of these very, very important values handled by a very competent Acharya in Poojya Swamiji. With this, we bring to a close the value Acharya Upasana. Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyad सज्जन शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ